This is just a coincidence. It's not like my story can come to life, right? A knock on the door radiates through my ears, and thoughts already knowing that it's Bella. Bella is my best friend from school. My parents on our date night, and I invited Bella to come over for a sleepover. Pizza, pillow fort, and midnight horror stories. This is the plan for the weekend. I migrate to the polished white door and open it as someone on the other side. More than likely, Bella knocks again. "Hey there, Casey," Bella exclaims, dropping her bags to hug me as soon as I open the door. "Hey," I reply, just as enthusiastically, returning the hug politely. "I smell popcorn," Bella soundly spoke, letting go of me and picking up her bags, waving to her mom as she drives off. I lead the way in, waiting for her to walk in before closing the door. In the microwave, it should be done in a few seconds. "If you want, you can put your bags in the pillow fort. I got bored and put it all together earlier today." I laugh, walking to the kitchen to set up the popcorn. "Okay," Bella yells out as I walk into the kitchen. I walk up to the microwave and hit stop before it starts beeping. I'm not sure if it's only me, but those 3 seconds it beeps is eating time, and they're taking it away from me. I begin to put popcorn in 2 separate bowls, because I know I can be messy when eating and steal a ton, so I might as well be fair. I enter the lounge room with the bowls in either hand, noticing Bella's bags in the fort. It's about 6 in the afternoon, so it's dark enough to have a light in there, so I can see the shadow of Bella in the fort. "Casey, I can hear you out there, and it's quite scary," I hear Bella whispering. She actually sounds scared. "Sorry, I'm coming. Can you please grab the bowls as I hand them to you?" I ask, getting to the door of the fort. "Yeah, that's okay. Pass them here," she replies, holding out her hands. I hand the bowls to her. I get in myself, turning on the portable DVD player. "Pizza in an hour?" I ask, making sure we agree. "Of course," Bella replies, no longer scared. An hour passed, and we finished our popcorn. Bella did the honors of ringing the pizza place, and they were going to deliver our cheese pizza in 20 minutes. "I'm looking forward to the pizza," I say, my stomach rumbling, albeit having finished my popcorn not that long ago. "You have a stomach of steel, man. I'm partially full already," Bella replies, probably concerned for my health. "You don't say no to pizza anytime. Any day. It's illegal. You hear me?" I exclaim, getting the very passionate over 8 slices of pizza that will be attending our sleepover in half an hour. I get up quickly with a fist in front of me to prove my point, and hear Bella snicker. I exit the fort, both bowls, which were stacked on top of each other, held in one hand. Once I get up, I make my way back to the kitchen, flipping the light switch and entering. By placing the bowls in the sink, I quickly rinse them and then stack them on the bench. I tread carefully over to the fridge and pour 2 glasses of milk. I then bring them over to the fort, keeping the light on for the pizza that will be entering our lives soon. Bella, take your glass of moo, please," I ask politely, trying to balance both the glasses as I squat in front of the fort. Fine, Mum," Bella replies, lengthening the mum. I roll my eyes playfully, and she also grabs mine, making it easier for me to re-enter the fort. "What should we watch?" I ask, taking out the DVD from the portable DVD player and placing the disc back into its case. "We should watch horror films, so we have Kindle to add to the fire when we do scary stories at midnight." Bella explains, holding the 2 glasses of milk still. "That's a great idea. Let's not choke on our pizza when we get jump scared," I suggest, laughing at myself. "We might choke on the milk first, in all honesty," she replies with a giggle. "Let's hope we don't choke in general. But I vote spooking the pizza guy or gal when they get here," I add. "Agreed. I remember last year in 7th grade when we did that. We lost our pizza that night." Bella replies with a pout. "We will be more accurate with the landing with the pizza this time." I laugh, knowing fair well we shouldn't scare the person away, which would lead them to dropping the pizza. Let's just not this time, Bella replies, knowing I was joking anyway. I actually want the pizza now. Agreed, man. I laugh, playing the movie. Ding dong! I'll get it. I exclaim already, half out of the fort as I talk. I walk carefully over to the door with $6 in my hand. I unlock the door at the handle, then slide the chain bolt across the metal slate before pulling it off. With that done, I continue to place my hand on the doorknob and turn, successfully opening it. Hello, here's your cheese pizza. It'll be $5.99. Thanks, the blonde pizza deliverer explained, holding the pizza toward me with one hand, leaving the other hand out for money. Thank you, I say kindly, placing the money in her hand and smiling. No problem, have a nice night. No one replies, turning on her heel and walking to her car. Without a second thought, I close the front door and lock it in. I head to the kitchen to get the 2 pair of plates and napkins and then head to the fort. I enter with some struggle, pushing the pizza toward Bella, and she can grab and hold it. Here, hold this, please. I can't get in with no hands. I laugh at myself, because it's true. Bella shakes her head and retrieves the napkins and plates as well, making it easier for me. I think we're all set. Time for more of this horror film and eating pizza. By the time we finish a few more movies, it will be midnight, I exclaim. Excited? Horror stories always gave me the rush of adrenaline and fear. Knowing they weren't real helped, but the creativity of one's story is interesting. Plus, I enjoy creating my own. Yes, how can I forget? Not only am I excited, but you keep reminding me. Bella replies, rolling her eyes playfully. Oops, I mumble, accepting the truth. Now play the movie, woman, Bella proclaims, shoving a slice of pizza into her mouth. Aye! I say, pressing the pay button and eating my own pizza. I'll go first, Bella says, pulling a torch to rest under her chin. Most of her face illuminated other than a few shadows. Great. Give me more time to come up with a great story, I say, smiling triumphantly. Once upon a time, a family of 4 were at a beach. A mother, a father, a daughter, and a son. This was supposed to be an ordinary family, except for one child being evil. The little boy at the age of 7 seemed to be innocent, but wasn't. He lured his sister, who was younger than him, by a year to the ocean. Bella spoke, her voice in a reading tone as she spoke enthusiastically about her spooky story. Goosebumps already began to rise upon my skin, falling victim already to the fear. I was uncomfortable around the ocean. Sharks were a great fear of mine, so this made me quite unsettled. The mother of the 2 children had gone into the groceries for their barbecue while the father had his head stuck in the newspaper as he read the news headline, Killer on the Loose. The killer was the reason for the boy being evil. The boy was being possessed by said killer. Bella continued to speak as I contently listened, my stomach clenching in fear. The boy went in the water with a demonic smirk etched onto his features. The little girl hadn't given a care toward his expression, due to the excitement radiating off her. The girl loved the beach and enjoyed playing with the shore. The boy stood in front of the girl, hiding the view of what he was going to do next. The little girl tried to scream in fear as the boy's smile grew larger. The boy placed his hand over her mouth and forcefully pushed her head under the water, keeping her there hostage until she began to choke on the water. The boy's smile kept on growing in an inhuman way, happy with his achievement. Bella stops, ending her story there. Letting out a breath, I began to feel sick from the story and drank some of my glass of water I had gotten a little while back. Holy heck, Bella, that was scary, I say, with full truth. Thanks, last time I told my sister that story, her face went so pale, Bella said, with almost proudness. I shake my head and laugh, getting ready for my story. Once upon a time, I began. Just like Bella had, I hold the torch under my chin and make the face illuminated as I speak. Once upon a time, I spoke, ready to say my scary story. There was a boy at home. His babysitter was fast asleep, dead to the world on the couch. Not even a bomb could have woken her up. The boy was drawing with his crayons at the dining table when he heard a tap, tap, tap. As I said tap, 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 I gently created the noise on the ground to make my story scary. More scary. Thinking none of it, then just a creak of the floorboards. The boy went for another colored crayon and drew a bright yellow sun. Tap, tap, tap. was heard again. This time the young boy got down from his seat to walk over to his babysitter. As assumed, the slightly obese woman was snoring away like she was an hour ago. Shrugging, thinking nothing of it, the boy walked over to the dining room again. He stopped short of his tracks when he realized the chair was moved to the corner. I speak. I go a tad quieter to add a horror story effect. The boy's eyes widened to the size of watermelons as he ran over to his babysitter. She was quiet, not a peep heard from her scarily still body. To the kid's curiosity, he regretted looking at the back of the couch. Shot into the back of the couch was a bullet hole. The boy, being although young of age, was still confused over the fact of not hearing a noise. It was heard again, the taps. Tap, tap, tap. The boy looked at the babysitter again and grasped in fear. Written in blood over the female shirt was the words, "Don't scream." Although it was an act he knew it was hard to hold back, he bit his tongue to not make any noise. He rushed to the phone in the kitchen when he was stopped in his tracks again. A guy was occupying the boy's seat in the corner. He slowly turned on his heel toward the guy and screamed. "I told you not to scream," the guy spoke. The last thing the boy saw was the guy's gun, held directly pointed in the middle of the boy's eyes. The next minute the trigger was pulled and a loud bang was heard. I finished the story with a sly smile when I noticed Bella hugging her knees and her eyes widened. "How dare you tell a scarier story than mine," Bella speaks, pointing her finger at me jokingly. "My bad," I replied, moving the torch, the side light, the pillow fort. "I'm tired now," Bella says, her voice growing quieter near the end. "Let's go to sleep then. I'm honestly tired too." I respond truthfully, moving the pizza box to the side, as well as with everything such as plates, napkins, glasses, and such. By the time I'm done setting up, I turn around to see Bella in bed, wrapped with multiple blankets. "Comfortable?" I ask, and laugh, getting into my bed as well. "Most definitely," Bella exclaims, with a laugh as well. I roll over and close my eyes, trying to get comfortable. "Did you hear that?" Bella whispers. I turn over onto my side to see Bella looking directly at me with widened eyes. "This isn't funny, Casey. I'm actually scared if you told me your story," Bella adds. "Yes, I heard it, and I'm not pranking you. But it was probably just a tree tapping against the roof. My story isn't coming to life, and it never will. It's just a made-up story." I mention in a whisper, feeling the need to be quiet due to being so silent around us. "Can we at least check for like a moving chair or a dead babysitter?" "I have my phone to call the cops," Bella says, still nervous. "Fine," I say, getting out from underneath the covers, leaving the fort. I bring the torch with us and point it around the room. I can't actually see anything. The only chairs in here are the lounge room. Recliners. The chairs are in the dining room, I say, walking to the lounge room. Before we even take another step, another round of taps is heard. This is a coincidence. It's not like my story came to life, right? Bella runs back to the fort in fear. I continue to push forwards towards the dining room. There is a chair in the corner, and my assumption I had said was just made true. "Well, crap," I mutter, turning back to Bella. She has her phone, and my phone is near her, so we should call the cops. Honestly, once we do, what's there to say? My story came to life, and we are going to get killed if we scream? Worth a try, I guess. "Bella?" I speak, the silence almost deafening. I get to the foot of the fort when I see a bloodied leg hanging out the entrance. There are small cut marks up Bella's legs, and I resist the urge to gag. Bella?" I stutter, holding back a scream, tears rushing down my cheeks. The toxic smell of metallic blood floods my nostrils. As I crouch down to look at her properly, there is a dark red blood stain seeping into Bella's white pajama shirt, a hole in her chest where her heart is, or rather used to be. I regrettably look up at Bella's face to see a bullet hole between her eyes. Her eyes are wide open, fresh tears that stopped running down her cheeks in streams. Her mouth is agape, as if she was going to scream. My eyes then land on her hand. A phone is held in Bella's hand. A note app is up. It says, "Don't scream." Of flippin' course. I reach for my phone and turn it on. As soon as the screen is on, notes are up on it. "Don't call the cops or die" is typed. I begin to cry in fear and run to the front door. The locks are my last obstacle before running free into safe territory. I crash against the polished door and begin to unlock it. New rule: no leaving. It says raspy voice. Okay. New rule: no leaving. I turn around in fear, radiating through me, see the face of death. The murderer from the scary story was exactly how I pictured him. He has dark, lifeless gray eyes, stubble on his chin, gray hair, and a hairline further back on his head. He almost looks as if he's just skin and bones, completely dirty, pale. His arms are toothpick thin. My eyes then wander to what he's holding in his arms. A large shotgun. A scream has already left my body before I could stop it. "I said don't scream," the male says, raising his shotgun to be in line with my chest. With that small amount of time, I turn and run for the back door. Bang! I fall to the ground, hyperventilating. And looking for the bullet wound in my body, I find it instant. As I see half my leg completely blasted to the bone, basically through it. Blood pools up under me and I scream out in pain, knowing I'm taking my last breaths. "I said don't scream," the male yells, shooting one more time, and everything goes black. The neighbor's point of view. I hear screams in the background of my television, even with my old granny ears, as I call them. I get up with a small groan and get my walker. That is the second scream I've heard now, and it does not sound like fun. I leave the house with not an ounce of regret, leaving the door unlocked. As I walk across the porch slowly, I stop in my tracks. "Daryl, are you awake?" I yell as loud as I can. I re-enter the house, my mental condition already forgetting about the screams. Don't scream. Story by Rooie. R-O-O-I. Well, you guys, it'll be in the title description. Okay.